Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Hazard12 here, bringing you another FIFA video. Today we're going to focus on an OP team for you guys to use during Team of the Year. It's only going to be 100k, so pretty accessible now at this stage of FIFA. Before we get into it, please drop a like on the video, please subscribe to the channel, it'll be really appreciated, and let's crack straight on with it, okay? So in goal, it's going to be Nick Pope, okay? No surprises there. Everyone uses him, he's 6'7", he's absolutely huge. 82 rated, but we all know he plays like he's 99 rated. He's a really good goalkeeper. If you've not used him yet, definitely worth giving him a go. Moving on to right back, we're going to go for Cancelo. 86 pace is really solid. You can even bump it up with a chem style if you want. But I've used him a few times this FIFA and I really like him. I think he feels a lot faster than 86 pace. He's got really good stamina, which is really useful for late in games if maybe your opponent's brought some substitutions on, shouldn't have any issues trying to keep up with them, and he's got really solid defending stats too. Now moving on then to the first centre back, it's going to be Sanchez. He's basically a cheap version of Joe Gomez. He's got the pace that you need as centre half. He's got really solid defending stats, really solid physicals. 6'2", so he shouldn't be beaten in the air, and I really like this card. I think he's pretty decent for the kind of price that you're paying. I've got him as first owner, but I think he's only a couple K. Now moving on to the second centre back, it's going to be Laporte. He's actually the most expensive person in this team. Now a lot of people are probably put off by his pace, but there's no reason to be. His defending stats more than make up for that, okay? I've had to shadow on him to boost that pace up and give it a bit of a boost, but his defending stats are off the charts. He's 6'2" again, so he shouldn't be losing any headers, and he more than makes up for his lack of pace with all of his other stats, okay? So he's definitely worth giving a go. Don't get too put off by him. I very rarely have been caught out with his pace when I've used him. And moving on to a left back, there's a guy that I saw quite a lot at the start of FIFA, but not so much these days. It's Reguilon. I'm not going to lie, he's nothing special. He does the job. He's got decent pace, decent defending. The high attacking work rate isn't great. You kind of have to try and keep him in check yourself, but it's not the end of the world. You can live with it. He's pretty well rounded. He just pretty much does a solid job, nothing special, but does the job well enough. And moving into centre mid, it's going to be a guy you see all the time. It's Allen, who was really expensive at the start of FIFA if I remember. I think he was something like 50k, but he's got such a well-rounded card. He's got all stats above 70, which is something I really like to see. He's got 4-star skill moves as well, which a lot of people like, so it's worth mentioning. But I really like it. I think he's got really good cards, 92 stamina, 90 aggression. He's even got 86 balance, 88 reactions, 85 composure. He just turns up everywhere. He's got decent pace as well, so he can get around the pitch and do the job that you need him to do. Moving on to the second centre mid spot now, and it's going to be Sissoko, a guy that everyone seems to use. He's going for about 3.5k moment at the time of recording. But look at his card, it's amazing. 89 physicals, fantastic, and everything else. He's just so well rounded. He just great pace, great shot power. Even his passing's pretty decent as well. You can put whatever kind of chem style you want on it. I've just gone for one to try and boost it all kind of like it was well rounded stats. But he's such a good card. He's 6'2" as well, really physical. You're gonna have a hard time getting past him. Now moving on from a card that people use all the time to the card that I don't see very much, it's going to be Dele Alli. Now I think he's got a really decent card. Again, all of his stats above 70, 4-star skill moves. He's a big lad, you're not going to push him off the ball very easily. And I know a lot of people might be put off by that agility and that balance, but I don't think it's something worth focusing on too much because the rest of his stats seem to make up for it. I think he's going to be pretty decent. I've used him a couple times and he seems to feel quite nice on the ball. So I definitely think it's worth giving him a go. It's only 4k at the moment, so it's going to be our final centre mid spot. Moving on to the front line now. Right wing, we're going to have Lucas. It's a pretty obvious option. It says there bought for 55k. That was a while ago now. He's nowhere near that much price anymore. 4-star, which is really important, I think. Again, the pace is just electric. And again, the finishing's decent. He's got great agility, great balance, great dribbling. So again, it's a no-brainer for me. He's the best budget right winger at the moment in the Prem. Onto the left hand side now, and it's a bit of a toss up for you guys. I've gone with Wilfried Zaha, but you guys could go for St. Maximin. I think they're both a pretty similar price at the moment. This guy, I just prefer him. If you prefer St. Maximin, then I said just whack him in. He's got the 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He's 5'11", so he's a bit of a presence. And then I've always noticed that when he gets in the box, if he's got a chance to finesse it into that far post, he very rarely lets me down. Great agility, and yeah, you can't really go wrong. He does everything that he needs to do. And then up top, we've gone for a man that we saw all the time to not really see much of anymore. Well, me personally anyway, and that's going to be Rodrigo. Now, I've not boosted any of his pace. I've gone with the finisher chem style because I don't think his pace needs any kind of help. He's got 90 acceleration, 91 sprint speed, but with that finisher card, his finishing is going to go up to 95, 92 shot power. He's going to be lethal. He's been lethal when I've played against him. I'm sure you guys have experienced that yourselves at some point. He's 6 foot, so he's, you know, again, he's a presence. He's not going to be shrugged off the ball very easily, and he may even win a header or two. So yeah, that's going to conclude the team. I've not included the subs in this because I just think that everyone's got someone, you know, with 85 plus pace on the bench that they can bring on just to make a bit of a difference in the second half of the game. In terms of custom tactics, I'll run through it dead quickly. I play on attacking, I play balance. Change the formation in game to a 4-2-3-1, where it's going to look a little bit like this. Ali just in behind Rodrigo, and then again, I don't mess too much with the instructions. I've got stay central for Rodrigo, stay forward and get in the box for cross for Dele Alli, get in the box for the cross for both of the wingers. I've got Alan to cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking and cover centre, and I've got Sissoko just to cut passing lanes and to cover the centre as well. I don't touch the fullbacks in terms of their attacking runs. I know a lot of people put stay back while attacking on, but I don't really find it makes that much of a difference. They tend to do what they want anyway, so I find it's better to manually control them and put them where you want them to be. But no, that's the team, guys. So we're just going to jump into the gameplay now, show a highlights of the FUT Champs game, and show you guys that this team's more than capable of doing a job at this stage in FIFA. So guys, here we go, we're going into the game now. Just take a quick look at this guy's team. You don't expect anything less at this stage of FIFA. Son, Aubameyang, Salah, De Bruyne, Van Dijk, you know, Stones, Arnold, Robertson, Alisson. It's really good that we're playing against a team that's got such good players in it, because I can show you guys that this team is more than capable of holding its own. So we're going to jump straight into it. We win the ball back in midfield early on. Sissoko does a really good job. He did that all the way through the game. I really liked his positioning. He always seemed to be in the right place at the right time to win the ball back. There's a lovely 1-2 between Lucas and Rodrigo, and what a great finish that is. It's exactly what you want from your winger. So we see here Dele Alli making those runs in behind. He was doing that quite a lot. He was getting in some good positions. He couldn't finish there, but it wasn't the end of the world, because one good thing about this team, a real big advantage, is how tall they are and how physical they are. And from corners you can be a real menace and you can cause a lot of issues for your opposition. So we're going to come back as a goal kick for us. It's a really poor one. We give the ball away and it's looking like there's a lot of space in behind for our opposition to exploit. Fortunately for us, Davinson Sanchez got that pace in order to recover, get back and make sure that the chance doesn't come to anything. So we're going to jump into this clip. It's going to be us defending again. I want to focus on the defending a bit because I feel like that's the part people will be most concerned about. But Sanchez is really good at making those recoveries. He's got that pace to make up for any space that's in behind. And like I said, that's what I mean when I say it's like a cheap version of Joe Gomez, because he's quick enough to fill in those gaps. So we're going to come back. It's half time. We're leading by 2-0. I just want to quickly show you guys the stats. This game has been in our control the whole entire time. We've kept the ball really well. We've managed to create a few chances. The feel of the team is really good at the moment, and we're looking like we're going to come away with a win. So guys, we're going to join back now in the 76th minute. Not much has happened in the second half, to be honest. There's just a couple of things we need to touch on in this clip. Firstly, I want to talk about Laporte. Son's look like he's in behind when Laporte can't keep up. But like I said, that pace doesn't tend to hinder him. He doesn't tend to let me down very often. He's able to make that recovery run and stop the shot on goal. And then from that counter-attack, Dele Alli makes a really nice run in behind. Lucas with a nice little step over. And he finds Rodrigo to make it 3-0. And finish the game off. So we're going to come back now, 90th minute. It's a point I made earlier in the game when we spoke about corners, and there we go, Laporte winning the header, getting us that fourth goal. I know it didn't mean anything in this particular game, But who knows, you might be playing a game one day where you desperately need a goal and you might be able to pop a header in for you and secure you an extra win. But that's going to conclude this game. The way the team felt was really nice, was really good. I was really happy with it. I was really impressed. For 100k, it's more than capable of holding its own. 4-0 up against a team that had, Van Dijk, Aubameyang, Son, a really good, solid side, and we managed to play them off the park, essentially. Look at the stats there. So definitely check this team out, guys. Do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, please. It's really appreciated, and I'll catch you all soon.